Welcome to Amazing Women, where we focus on helping women live balanced, healthy, and fulfilling lives. I am Adenike Adekpito, and today's topic is one that many busy women struggle with: healthy eating and meal planning. With the demands of work, family, and other responsibilities, it can be difficult to maintain a nutritious diet. But eating well doesn't have to be complicated or time consuming. By developing a smart meal plan and making conscious food choices, busy women can nourish their bodies without feeling overwhelmed. To help us with practical tips on how to achieve this, we have Mrs. Omolola Olamikposi, CEO Toast Catering, a nutritionist, and a chef. Thank you for being here, Mrs. Olamikposi.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We're excited to learn how busy women can maintain a healthy diet while balancing their lives. According to CDC, fewer than 1 in 10 adults meet the federal recommendations for fruit and vegetable consumption. Busy lifestyle often leads to unhealthy eating habits, which can negatively impact long-term health. These statistics highlight the need for easy and practical strategies to incorporate more nutrient-dense food into daily meals, particularly for busy women juggling multiple responsibilities. Can you explain why maintaining a nutritious diet is so important, especially for women with demanding schedules?
It is very important for women with busy schedules to maintain a healthy living diet because it helps with their mental health, their physical appearance, the skin looking good, and all of that is really good for women. It is really good for women to always do that. It's good for their body.
What are the biggest challenges you see women face when trying to maintain healthy eating habits?
Okay, so most times I feel maybe their time, maybe sometimes the busy life, trying to do so many things, mixing the family, children, and also the job. Do you understand? Sometimes it's always really challenging. So, okay, sometimes healthy living can be really expensive. Trying to do the fruit things, veggies, and all of that. They're cost effective and things like that. Okay. Major challenges that busy women face, for example, I can say maybe it is time, the time to juggle with the family, their kids, especially the ones with kids, then going to the office. Some are probably entrepreneurs, and they have to do different things up and about. So trying to make what's it called, make balanced diet or nutritional food, sometimes can be very, very challenging. Also, maybe meal prep or the budget. So let's even say the budget. The way the economy is now, people are trying to minimize what they buy, and by the time you want to do the healthy living, it's usually expensive. So most times that's like more of the challenges they face.
Okay, so that leads us into meal planning, because we know sometimes meal planning can be time consuming, as you've said earlier.
Yeah.
Now, what is actually the first step for a busy woman to look out for in order to start a meal planning?
Okay, so steps for meal planning, I feel for bulk buying, table calendar, that's like having your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when it's actually in a particular place, like when you have it all placed like that, what we're having for breakfast or we're having for lunch. Then also storage, when you know what you have for probably that can last you for a month. Do you understand? You know that, okay, this is going to last, then the next time you know what next you want to get. Then also it also saves time. It saves time in making preparation for the family, and then that's
For women who are always on the go, what are some quick and easy meal ideas that still provides good nutrition?
Okay, for easy meal, I would say oats. You know, you can combine oats with the fruits, with nuts, and even Greek yogurt. You know, by the time you just do all of that, that's really easy. For smoothies, when you blend your fruits, maybe your spinach with protein powder, you know, you blend that together, that's really quick and it's healthy as well. Then for maybe you can have eggs and vegetable, that's also really quick and easy to prepare.
All right then, so can you please at least mention few stable ingredients every woman should have in her kitchen to make healthy meals?
Okay, so I would say frozen chicken breast, actually. I would say nuts, I would say vegetables, it could be frozen as well, and maybe nuts, Greek yogurts, they're really important in the house.
We are just getting started with some great tips on how busy women can make healthy eating easier. But there is more to come. When we return, we'll talk about the best ways to prepare meals ahead of time and keep things organized in the kitchen. Stay with us. Welcome back to Amazing Women. Before the break, we talked about how to get started with meal planning and quick nutritious meal. Now let's discuss how busy women can stay organized in the kitchen and make meal preparation more efficient. Can you walk us through some easy steps for preparing meals in advance?
Okay, so first thing first, I think you should choose a day or sometime when you want to go through what you want to cook. So when you have your timetable, you know what you're cooking for the particular time. And also cooking in large quantity also helps because you can just portion them in the freezer. So when it's time, like in little takeaways, when it's time you can just warm. When I mean warm, I don't mean you put in the microwave. That's not healthy. So you can just probably just put it on the stove to just make it hot and then you're good to go.
What are some common mistakes people make when trying to meal prep and how do we avoid them?
Okay, first one, I'm going to say the storage. You know, sometimes when you have to store in the freezer, if you don't use like proper airtight container, after a while, you know, let's say jollof rice, for example, imagine using just a normal takeaway pack and put by the time you want to, maybe after, let me say 2 weeks, you want to warm it, sometimes you can now kind of feel like water inside the jollof rice. Meanwhile, if you use a proper airtight container, when you're warming it, it's giving you the fresh, like the really fresh taste, like how you cooked it. Another example is the ingredients that you put into it. Sometimes it makes it go bad. And imagine for salad, for example, you know, imagine when you kind of cut your tomatoes immediately, like you want to put it in the freezer for a while, or in the fridge rather for a while, you know, after like 2-3 days it's not so good anymore. So things like that. Also, some food are meant for the freezer while some are meant for fridge. Let's, for example, salad are meant to be kept in the fridge. Do you understand? And maybe the duration for it to be fresh because they are vegetables. So let's say maybe 2 days max, if you want it really healthy and fresh because of the other vegetables you're putting inside. Then other food like maybe your jollof rice, your fried beef and chicken rather, you can put them in the freezer.
What are some healthy snacks busy women can grab on the go?
Fruits, I'll say fruits, example like your apple, you can have them in your Ziploc. You can also have yogurts, that's also really good. You can have nuts. You can have energy bars. They're really nice, like good energy bars that are healthy that you can also have and they are filling. Also, you can have your whole grain tortilla wrap, which you can just use your chicken breast, you know, do a saute or something, and it's also really good for snack and it's really filling. So that works.
We've covered meal prepping and quick nutritious meals, but there is still more to explore. After the break, we'll dive into the best strategies for balancing eating out with maintaining a healthy diet. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Amazing Women. We've been learning how to manage healthy eating with busy schedules. But what about those times when you need to eat out? Let's discuss how to make healthy choices when dining at restaurants or ordering takeout? How can busy women make healthier choices when eating out or ordering in?
Okay, for that, I would say um, it's obviously good to make your food at home, but when you want to take something out, like at the restaurants, you can probably do the grilled chicken, you can go for salads, you can also do the wraps. They also have wraps there. Let's say if you want to now go for the local food, which is maybe we want to do maybe amala and the rest, sometimes they use some white seasoning, which is really not healthy for the body. So sometimes it's really not good to go that route, but it's better to go the healthier part, so which is the chicken and the rest.
Do you have any tips to navigate restaurant menus to find the healthiest option without feeling restricted?
Oh, okay. Well, the best bet is to probably in proper restaurants, you could call in the chef. You can ask that, oh, okay, I don't want this in my food, I don't want this in my food, and then they kind of prepare it to your own taste and to your nutritional balance. And then I think that works. That's about the only way.
So, in all of this, what advice do you have for women who might be struggling with consistency?
Well, it's not easy. Most people have the sweet tooth. They always want to have what, you might feel like having burger this day, tomorrow you're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to stick with my salad. So I feel consistency matters. No late night food, no late night food. That's really bad. And as much as it is easier said than done, it is really, really hard. But by the time you have to think about your well-being, sometimes when you eat healthy things, healthy fruits, sometimes it's going to glow on your skin. And when you also think some women with their hormones, the kind of thing they eat also helps them. And even for pregnant women as well, the kind of things they also eat helps them. So when you think about the benefits of eating healthy, you'd probably have to stick to it. So
how can women deal with unhealthy cravings when they are too busy and then tempted to, opt for all of those things you mentioned?
like I said, but first thing first, I would say the women have to be disciplined, because by the time you think about the health benefits of eating right, you'd probably have to, be committed to doing the right things, eating the right things, and being good for yourself, because it's going to show off, it's going to pay off. So it's actually really good.
We've learned so much today about how to make healthy eating fit into a busy lifestyle. But there is still more great advice to come. After the break, we'll wrap up with Mrs. Omolola Olamipo's top tips for maintaining long-term healthy eating habits. Stay with us. Welcome back to Amazing Women. We're wrapping up our discussion on healthy eating and meal planning for busy women. And we've learned some great tips today. Now let's hear Mrs. Omolola Olamipo's final advice on how to stay consistent and keep healthy eating habits long term. How can busy women avoid burnout when it comes to meal planning and cooking every week?
Okay, so I would say if they can afford a chef to probably help them out in their food, like preparing the meals, obviously, and that can work. And also maybe try new recipes, enjoying cooking, not making it like as if you're making some type of chore. Then what's it called? Finding new, maybe your kitchen, your environment as well. If it's in a beautiful space, you definitely want to cook more and you want to do whatever makes you happy. So, yeah.
Now let's talk about Toast Catering. You've been talking about eating healthy. Is Toast Catering all about healthy foods?
Okay, so I am an advocate for healthy food, like living healthy, and also, when you have when you eat the right things, it prevents you from having uncomfortable disease. Some people with diabetes, some people with cancers, those type of food. When you don't eat like healthy food, you can fall into those kind of sickness. So basically, I'm just going to say health is wealth. So yeah.
Health is wealth. And on that note, we end today's episode. From Amazing Women, we have this token for you.
Oh,
Thank you for
so
gracing us
much.
with your presence.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amazing Women.
To our viewers, we hope you're feeling inspired to take control of your nutrition and find ways to make healthy eating work for your lifestyle. Remember, small changes can make a big difference, and planning ahead save you both time and stress. If you have any question or you want to share your meal planning tips, connect with us on social media. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching Amazing Women. Until next time, keep nourishing your body and mind with healthy choices. Bye for now.